I ask you another question. How many colors are in the rainbow? You must say 7 of them. It was wrong. The real answer is unlimited 1. After the sun starts to shine, it is a completely continuous color band, from red to purple. There is no breach. In 1800, a German worker in magic lenses spread the sunlight with prisms to extreme precision. He found the color on it. There are 574 disappeared colors. Not ambiguous. Not gradually. He was completely kidnapped. Like someone with a knife carved 574 knives on the rainbow. The location of each gap is extremely accurate. Then scientists understood it. Each black line is the signature of a chemical element. Which color will hydrogen swallow? What color will iron swallow? It is all written dead in the laws of physics. That is to say, you don't need to fly out into the sun. Just pick up a light. What colors are missing? What can you do if the sun goes out? An orphan, a mirror magician. I broke up a bunch of sunlight. It read to humans the whole universe's formula table. Today I'll show you the crap. What's the secret behind these disappeared colors? These 574 black lines. Frank and Faye themselves could not wait for an answer. He records the position of each line. But he died prematurely at the age of 39 years. No one knows exactly what traces they have left. This mystery lasted for 45 years. Until 1859. 2 Germans, Kirchhoff and Basel, opened the lock completely. At the time, they were studying a small thing. Different substances are thrown into the fire. The color of the flame is completely different. Throw the salt in. The flame immediately turns into yellow. The cover thrown in is orange. Throw it in and turn pink again. In order to see these colors more clearly, they built an instrument. It's called a spectrum mirror. It can break down any light into a single spectrum. When they burn the yellow flame of salt, put it in the mirror and look next. The picture in front of you keeps the two still. The location of the yellow line and one of the black lines in front and abstracts spectrum. There is no bad combination together. This is not a coincidence. Kirchhoff immediately reached a bold conclusion. Any element is heated. Everyone will have their own color. And when that light passes through the same gas, it will in turn happen again. Absorb the same color. Feel a collection. Just like every element leaves one unique optical fingerprints. 574 black rays in the solar spectrum. It is the various elements in our sun's atmosphere. The signature is covered with your own hands on the sun. This discovery. Astronomy can only be seen directly. The upgrade has become visible. Even if humans sit on the earth, they don't move. Just pick up a light. You can read that fireball. What are the elements that have come up? And even more crazy is behind. 1912. In 1912, American astronomer Slifter. The optical mirror is directed at a group of distant vaguely blurred spots. That is, what was later called the Mermaid Star Nebula. As a result, it found its spectral lines. Press it all into the blue. According to the Doppler effect in your sound, compare this. This only explains one thing. This spark is running wildly toward Earth. But when it turns the camera toward other clouds, the situation is quite the opposite. Almost all spectral lines. Everything turned to the red side. That is to say, except for a very few, almost all galaxies in the universe. They all struggle to escape us. 10 years later, the Hubble telescope confirmed the truth behind this. Not a few galaxies are running. The entire universe itself is expanding. A black line from the sun's secret. Read the fate of a universe. And this method has not been used to retire until today. Instead, they were stuck in a more insane machine. James Taylor Space Telescope. I am using it now. Looking at the exoplanets tens or even hundreds of light years away. When a planet passes in front of the star, the light of the star will pass through this planet's thin atmosphere. Some colors are quietly eaten. The black line appears again. However, this time the scientist reads that it is no longer a sun. It is the breath of another world. 2 years ago, a team claimed In the spectrum of exoplanet K218b, a suspect signs of life. However, further studies have found this signal may also come from ordinary hydrocarbons. To do it thoroughly, you still have to observe for several years. Scientists are cautious. There is no word field. But just a few days ago, July 2026, the Harvard University team announced a realistic breakthrough through the spectrum. For the first time on a rocky planet named LHS 1140b, confirmed detection of escaping air. This means that this planet is gathered together in a habitable zone at the same time. The rocks and the atmosphere. Three of the most basic conditions for childbirth. This is the first time that humans have landed on an alien planet. Combine these three things at the same time. Since 1814. An orphan wizard staring at the sun's wrinkles. By 2026, humans are a few tens of light years away. Read the breath of another planet. It was only 200 years apart. The starting point of all this. Just a few hundred quietly disappearing colors.